time for a retouch. First thing, is gonna brush out this hair. And yes, I added pink to it because I had it like this like silverish color, and this color that I use on this side always bleeds onto this side, so it started looking like a pastel-ish light teal, and it's pretty, but it gets on my nerves at the same time. I don't know why. So I decided to kill it by putting pink, which is the opposite on the color wheel, if it makes sense. Like the opposite of red would be green, and that's how you cancel out certain undertones when you're dyeing hair. So that's what I did because I was sick and tired of the teal bleeding over. I'm going to retouch because, as you can see, my hair has regrown about an inch, and I want to have fresh hair for Vegas. And I'm kind of unsure as to what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do the same color that I did last time on this side just because I like it a lot. I don't know if I'm going to mix different colors on this side or if I'm going to bleed some of it out. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. We're mixing, make sure there's no lumps in the bleach. As the most typical developer that I use, it's 40. And I know some people cringe at that, but I've been doing this for, oh my gosh, close to 14 years now. And I still have all of my hair intact. But yeah, it's basically like almost the same as if I was just going blonde for 14 years from this hair color. Okay, so it looks like it's mixed up. We're ready to start. And I like to start here, and then I'll get like the borders of the back, and then I'll start from the back and move down, and sometimes I'll stop halfway and finish the front, and sometimes I'll go all the way down and then go back and finish the front. I kind of change it depending on how quickly my hair is changing, so it's as even as possible. But yeah. Oh yeah, and obviously wear a shirt you don't care to get bleach on because it will definitely bleach your clothes. Okay, so that's done. And the faster you work, obviously, the better, because you want everything to be developing at the same rate. I've seen a lot of people bleach their hair online, and obviously not all of them are professionals, and I don't know if I would classify myself as a professional, even though, you know, I got my cosmetology license, because I don't work at a salon or anything like that. But I have noticed that people who are not professionals, they don't do this. The way they retouch is that they just grab chunks at a time of hair. And the only reason that I don't do that is because that doesn't work for me, apart from the fact that in school they teach you to grab about a 1/4 inch section at a time. because you want to make sure that all of the hair is fully saturated with the product. So yeah, not everybody does that. If it works for you, then that's freaking great. It does not work for me. I did try to do it once, and it was obviously much faster, but it just left me feeling like I didn't grab all of the hair that I needed to grab, and maybe it works with people with thinner hair or with less hair, but I feel like I'm always going to miss hair if I do it that way. Okay, so see, at about this point, I am going to clip this forward for now and start on the other side. Yeah, sometimes I don't do this, especially if I know that one of the sides is gonna purposely, I can't even talk right now, be left darker than the other. So like if I was gonna do this side platinum blonde and this side like a really deep dark blue, I could just do this side first so the bleach stays on it for a longer period of time, lightening more than this side, giving me more of the desired effect. Obviously, oh my gosh, if I say obviously one more time, I'm going to just barf. But the issue with using that method is that if you are going to change your hair often, and you either let the hair fade or you try to pull the dye out, one side is going to be lighter than the other. And if you wanted to do just one color, or now switch it up and do a much lighter color on this side, you're gonna have to do a little more work or be more strategic about how you do the work. That makes sense. And yes, this side is harder because I am left-handed. Or it doesn't matter if you're not ambidextrous, or if you are ambidextrous, kind of like how I kind of am, but you're not as quick, then you want to use speed over ego, I guess, because time is of the essence, like I said. When you are dyeing the hair, and I'm going to stop recording and finish dyeing my hair because I am not trying to run out of space to finish recording the rest. So I have enough to finish recording the rest. Okay, done with that. Clip it to the front, and then I'm going to keep working down the back of this side. This is where we're at right now. So probably gonna leave on for a little bit longer, and I'm going to touch up any parts that are needing more product, and usually by that I mean any dry spots. One thing about bleach is if it dries out, it kind of stops working. So like, it didn't matter if you bleach your whole head, it only pulled the pigment from your hair for as long as the bleach was active or wet. So if the bleach dried on your head within the first 15 minutes, after that, your hair probably didn't change much, and that's why. And one way to keep it wet is to use enough developer, for one. Another way on top of that, or also whatever, is to place a cap on your head so it doesn't dry out faster because it's exposed to all of this. Also, what that does is traps heat, so it can develop quicker / more evenly. So that's probably like if you've seen salons where they put women under the hot air dryer when they have bleach on their head, that's part of the reasons, or when you see them like have a cap on. And of course, you know, everybody has different methods. Every stylist has their own like things that they do. I'm just speaking from my personal experience only. And I say that because I don't really watch hairstylists either, so I'm not really sure exactly how they do a lot of the things that they do. Maybe another 10-ish minutes with a little cap on and then wash it out. I'm not trying to get it to be white. If I was, I would have to probably leave it on for longer and or do a second bleach. But I'm really not trying to do that this time around. I do that a lot, but I'm not trying to do that this time around because I want my hair to be done today so it can be done today. Okay, so this is where we're at with the lift. And this is perfectly fine for this bleach round. I'm not going to bleach twice. I'm just going to do like a darker, smokier root color. And then I don't even know what color I'm going to do, to be honest. But I know I'm going to make it more of like a shadow root effect. So this is freaking perfect for that. And then that's going to be the next step, but I'm waiting for my hair to dry. Meanwhile, I'll make the decision of what the heck's going to go on with the hair. And then right now, because I need to also get this done, is wash my makeup. Okay, so my hair is dry, y'all. Okay, so on this half, the pink half that you see, I'm going to do the root like a darkish purple color. And then on the teal or like light seafoam side that you see, I'm going to do a darkish blue color. I'm going to do blue jeans baby on the first regrowth section. Ooh, packages. Awesome. And then I'm going to do the violet dream on the blonde section. And I'm not going to do anything to the bottom for now on this side, I think. And then on this side, I'm going to do the remainder of the aquamarine. And I think have like a bucket full of stuff, like of all these dyes. And let me see what other color. What is this color? Oh yeah, and what's left of the Voodoo blue. So that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, I'll probably film some of that as I'm doing. Okay, so right now I'm putting the violet dreams on this side, and it looks like a purple pink color, so it's kind of perfect for this side. And I part it kind of down the middle, I guess, and then I just start applying the root color to like the top half, and then I have like two mirrors here so I could see as much, and then I also feel with my finger to make sure I'm going down the line. And then I start applying up here along the hairline. I always go along the hairline first because that's always the first place the color leaves. Because, you know, washing my face. And not just washing my face, but because I use makeup and I use products that can bleach things like benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid. And those are found in face washes that are typically used by people who have acne. So that'll definitely fade your hair from your hairline a lot sooner, which is also kind of annoying, but whatever. So yeah, basically just line that up, and then I start going through it. Actually, no, I don't. Then I go on this side and do the same with the other color, because once I start flipping this, if I don't have foil or paper here, it could bleed through. And just doing it on this side solidifies the line of demarcation, number one. Number two, if you do, well, the best idea is to actually put foil or paper there, and it'll stick to it because it's wet. So I'm actually going to do that right now. And I'm also using like remnants of like dye from last time. I don't like to throw stuff away, so I'll put it in like baggies and I'll take it out. And if it looks like a little like weird like that, I'll just give it a mix. if it needs conditioner or some help from another dye, then I'll do that at that time. And this one looks almost black. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to add a little bit of this, like on the very edge, like that. And this is a very diluted black, so it looks like a blue-gray color on the hair, like that. And I'm gonna do this as far as the new bleached color is, and then I'll go in with the blue jeans. It's another reason why it's like hard to film like any type of tutorial, because I make decisions on the fly about how I'm going to end up doing my hair. And part of me thinks I do this because I'm a creative genius, and the other part of me thinks I do this because I don't know how to recreate anything I want to do. I know that sounds so horrible, but like, I'm also very confident that whatever I end up with, I can always either adjust or make look good. So, about there's okay. That should be fine. And then I'm gonna go through the front. The reason I go through the front instead of the back like I do with the bleach is because this isn't about processing time anymore. This is about where does it fade the quickest, which is always going to be in the front for me. They're also the face framing pieces that I care about most, whereas in the back things can just kind of blend in and it's harder to really notice. Okay, so I forgot to record this part, but this is just the Voodoo blue. I didn't end up using the aquamarine, just the Voodoo blue mixed in with some of the residual of the blue jeans and the black. So it's just a bunch of blues, darker going to slightly brighter. And then on this side, I'm gonna start now because all of this is all the roots covered. So now I'm just gonna go in with a purple, lighter, different purple. I shouldn't say lighter because it's different. It's kind of left over from last time, and I think I'm going to mix this with the I'm gonna mix the purple with the remainder of the hot pink that looks faded on me right there, because why not? And I have no idea what's going to result from this, by the way. I've never done this mix. Hopefully this looks good. Okay, so I've mixed it in, and it looks like it's similar to what's on my head a little bit. Whatever. This is what's going on here, and because I am needing to make more, I'm gonna mix it in with some conditioner. And I usually use whatever conditioner I already have. Right now, what I have is the Silky Smooth Tresemme. Yes, like I said, this does get messy. And I don't measure it, I just eyeball it. Okay. Now this I will grab in globs and start putting on my head, starting with the front, because once again, color, saturation. Kind of like. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now. I'm really loving these colors.
they're beautiful. And just like for reference, you see how it's like more blue than teal? Like teal would be my background and also the color of my leggings. But yeah, so I will leave this on for like an hour or so. I used to leave it on for longer, but it's really pointless, to be honest, to leave it on any longer than that because the pigment is just gonna stay. So you're seeing for the first time live, before anybody else, the results of the hair. I absolutely love it. Now I have to do my nails because, you know, so we have all of this laid out. I am going to start with pushing my cuticles back, and then preparing the nail, which includes a dehydrator and then a bond aid. Yeah, so these are the ones that I'm using. The dehydrator, and then the extra bond. And then I'm going to be using these press-ons and the gel nail glue to glue all of it down onto my nail. And then depending on my desired thickness, I will build on top of that with gel and my color slash design. Finish off with the top coat. And I gotta also do my toes. So I will show you the results as we go. I don't know why it's so hard for this to focus, but this is the nail look so far. So it's clear tip and then a layer of glitter gel and then a little bit of this. One of the designs, the one that's missing, I just put like little piece of it in there. I don't know if you could see it. And then I put another layer of glitter on top and then a top coat. And that's the look that I'm going for, and hopefully I get a better view of it after when I'm done with the rest of them. Okay, so this is the finished product of the nails, and I love them. I also put on some cuticle oil because these were dry, and yes, they go with my hair. Oh, I love it. They're so cute.